And
we are live. And hello, good evening. It is that time. It is 8 o'clock. It is another IBB10. We all know what it stands for now. I'm in bed by 10. But today I've got the usual lot with me, Mr. McCaffrey and Mr. Wood. How are we, gentlemen?
Good, mate.
yeah, I'm all right, mate. Recovering from yesterday from the away trip to Great Yarmouth. Been feeling very ropey today, mate. I tell you. Got back about midnight. I think one of the committee members at the end stuck me in a car that dropped me off at the station, and somehow I woke up at the right station. So, yeah, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Cool, sounds fun.
Billy, how are we, bud? How we doing?
Yeah, good week. Well, mixed weekend. We'll talk about Hastings men later.
Yeah.
Women today 1-0 winning the County Cup, beating New Haven to the league above, which is a decent win for us. But yeah, apart from that, it's been a bloody good week, mate. Really good week. Positive week. Lots of outside of football business getting concluded, and it's been fun.
Good. And gentlemen, we have got a guest with us on my bottom right-hand corner. It is Rich Williams, who is the Lingfield chairman and owner. Rich, how are we?
Yeah, I'm great, guys. Thanks for having me on. I've been looking forward to it. This is actually the perfect ending to I've had a great week football related. So yeah, no, I've been like for the week before. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I've got the podcast. Yeah, so everyone's been asking me about it. I've had loads of people ask me for links and stuff like that. So hopefully we've got a few boosted viewings for you guys.
No, absolutely. Thank you, mate. But right, normally I start and ask the first question, but I'm going to throw it to Mike or Billy this week and let them go first. So, gentlemen.
You want me to go, Bill?
Go on, Mike.
Rich.
Yes.
Buzzing to have you on. And
buzzing to be on, mate.
We've been speaking for a while now, and you've taken over at Lingfield there.
Yeah.
First thing I want to know, what's happening about this stadium?
Oh, yeah. So, well, how far back do you want me to go? No, right, okay. Let's just start from me, yeah? Let's ignore everything before, because that's everyone always talks about the past. I came in July officially. So, basically, obviously, what I came in on was right, drainage problems. Got the drainage, undersoil drainage happening in August. We'll be back by October. So that was the time. That's the timeline that was presented to me. So was there during the work. So mental that because it's not just the 11-a-side men's pitch; it's the entire facility. You've got the kids' pitch, obviously the cricket club as well. So it's like a couple of acres of land basically, and all of it had the undersoil drainage, not just the 11-a-side men's. So it was a very big project. Previous committee members have been backwards and forwards with like the people involved in the project for like 3 years. So maybe longer, but 3 years, yeah. So then obviously I'm there when they're doing the work, and I'm speaking to the guys who are doing the work. And they're like, yeah, so, you have grass back by October, but if I was you, I'd wait until at least the new year. And I'm like, oh, right, okay. Right. He explained it to me. Basically, you'll just kill it. The grass will be there. I could physically get you a visual 11-a-side football pitch right there by October, but you'll kill it. Okay, cool. So I sat down the committee and I'm right, not happening, pushing it to the new year. Then there's the FA side of things, which this is where I've never been a football owner before. These are my ongoing learning curves. But obviously you've got to be signed off by the FA to play here. Just because you have once, it don't mean that's a lifelong sign off. Like, oh yeah, of course, that makes sense. And I said it. So that's where the next aspect of it came in. So where we're at right now is we are doing everything between now and May. New floodlights come in, LED. New spectators barriers come in. New dugouts, new goals, changing room refurbs. Bar areas, all right.
Yeah,
Michael like that.
separation of male and female, so separate facilities for match officials. Shower. I have to modify home and away showers because the showers are about this far away from each other. There's no way anyone's showering. Yeah. I take up 3 showers on my own, let alone like having 2 geezers next to me. So it's just, mate, the whole thing being done. The guy I've met the guy at the FA about the Premier League Stadium Fund. Unreal. I mean, like, it's there. You just have to like reach out to them and get and they engage with you. So when I was like saying to the old committee that are still here, I was like, look, you do know every 5 years we get access to 100 grand if you step 5. They're like, what? Never heard of that before. I'm like, yeah, no, every club in step 5, step 6, step 4, step 3, step 2, step 1. I mean, step 2 and step 1 is the figures increase every 5 years, and there's a list of stuff and it's not just if you haven't got it. If you got it and you want to improve it, the money's there. So
there is a disclaimer to that. You have to be a certain like made up. Like you can't be. So are you guys? Are you committee owned or limited company? What's
limited company?
Limited company, yeah. So you have to be like limited by a certain thing to. Yeah. There's rules, isn't there?
Yeah.
But you're right. There's lots of people that don't really dig into it. 100%.
Yeah, and any club that's not can just become it, right? If it suits them as an organisation. So 100%. FA obviously you've got to put some money down as well. It's never like 100% of it. Yeah. So it's not just like, you still have to. There's still considerations, but it's lucky actually because I was going to pay 15 grand to get the old floodlights refurbed, and then I had these conversations with the FA. So I'm saying to everyone, well, no, I'm not paying that 15 grand. Let me speak to the FA and see what they're saying. And that 15 grand is probably going to be my deposit to get those new LED floodlights. Imagine if I spent 15, I'd feel sick. So we will be back there next season, and the FA guy is going to be there watching our first home game of the season, mate. We've got, we're working closely together. It means a lot to the community. The football club's been going since 1893.
I saw that.
Yeah, founding member of the FA. And I know everyone's got these glory stories. I'm not trying to separate us from everyone else and say our story's better, but it's enough of a story to be like, we need to be back here. And that's basically, I didn't even need to appeal to him because he was so forward. I said, oh, well, this is good. Because I was just basically going to stick it on you and say, mate, you have to help us. But I didn't need to say that. They've been so helpful. So it's going to happen. We will be there next season. And that is me saying that live on your podcast in front of thousands of people. And I'm going to make it happen.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Well, Rich, we know you're a successful businessman in there. But we also know that taking over a club or buying a club don't make money 99% of the times. Why did you do it? Why did you take that step? I want to know.
Because I wanted to. So basically, here I am. Got businesses going well. I like football. I've been not to the level of some of you guys, but I've been involved in football. At this level, under 23 management, stuff like that. That's kind of where I got on that side of thing. As a player, limited because I got too big. So I ended up. I was playing football all the way. My whole life was football until I was about 13, 14, and I was basically this size about the belly when I was like 16. So of course the rugby's was on me, London Irish and all that lot.
Especially that beard as well.
No, I didn't have that at 14. I could still get a beer. I could still get a beer and fags though. Yeah. I was the one they sent in. Yeah, I love football and I wanted to just do something that involved both. I have to keep busy as a person, and that busyness is work, family, and now football's in that. Yeah. And I love the fact that it's football and work. I love it. It's brilliant. Like it ticks so many boxes for me. So I was going to just do just start one up from nothing, pump money into it, see what I can do with it, just for fun, really. But then when I was speaking to a couple of the guys, ex-players and stuff here, and they were like, the club's maybe going to fold. And I was like, what? The club's going to fold. I was like, all right, let's go. Step 5. Straight in at step 5. And I know I'm not disrespecting that. I'm not disrespecting that. So, but listen, if I was stupid enough to think I could do that all on my own with no experience at step 5 running, it wouldn't happen. So obviously what I'm doing is I'm slowly, whether it's front of house or back of house, I'm building a team around me with skill sets that will help us achieve what I now want to achieve. And yes, I understand about the no making money in football. I don't need to make money. My mission is to make this club self-sustainable. So if something happened to me tomorrow, I mean, I hope it don't happen tomorrow because it ain't self-sustainable yet, but I want them to be okay. Yeah, they might not achieve what I will make them achieve, but they will be okay. Do you know what I mean? That's where. And yes, I'm a nut on Mac.
Yeah, we do all right in an elevator together, you and me. To be fair,
you have to have a level of nut, like, because obviously I was very similar to yourself. Like many moons back now, when I first went in at Eastbourne United, right? When I
you had a ginger beard.
Didn't have a ginger, well, a little tinge of it and a bit of grey, but that was about it. And you do have to have a little bit of a bit of madness about you. So like I've always said that, like, because a lot of people in football, and you probably found this in your committee, and obviously I'm not asking you to call out names and stuff, but in football, there's a lot of, well, you can't do it like that, or that don't work, or that doesn't happen. Oh, you can't do that, right? There's always those people, right? And that comes from probably being jaded by many different people offering the world over the years, right? Everyone, like every club's had it. Yeah, every club's had people want to come in and do it their way and what have you. We still see it at Hastings now, you know. Well, no, I can't. Not really. No, I can't. Sorry, Steph. I also won't concede 8 goals. So we'll talk about that later, Steph. But I think
that's one, Liam.
The interesting thing for me with Lingfield is number one.
Liam's trying to soften me up for Saturday, isn't he? Next Saturday.
Yeah, that's it. Making sure you're soft. I think. Firstly, the documentary, fantastic. Really, really like that. I really like the guys that direct and make those.
Brilliant.
Their ones before, and that they're brilliant, and it's a great link up. But like, question for you, right?
Yes, mate.
In the documentary, and you probably watch us. I'm the one who asked the awkward things, right? So
yeah, you're the one that called me naive on the last one. Yeah.
Let's go. No, I did. I mean, we're all naive. Like, I remember being rich, and I was very naive. I went to the local paper. We were bottom of the table, and I told them we were going to not get relegated. And he actually asked me once, Rich. He said to me, the editor of the paper went to me, Billy, do you actually want me to write that? That is fiction, right? Luckily we stayed up, so it was fact. But I think one question I wanted to ask. So in that, from watching it, it felt, and I might be completely wrong, right? It felt that Dan's been there for years, and Dan was the manager and what have you. And he, where they were, he'd done the best he could. Could he have done better? Maybe. Could he have done worse? Maybe. He'd done the best he could. And but it felt in the documentary, and I might be reading it wrong. Tell me, lads, if I'm wrong. Mike, Lee, the lot. It felt it was always going to be like. It was a ticking time bomb from the start. You laugh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the date written in the calendar, like kind of down like that.
Oh no, because
wife's birthday.
The reason I say that, Rich, is because I had a similar situation. So when I went to Eastbourne United, they had a manager in, and I knew he weren't going to be for me. And I like him; he's a nice enough guy, but I knew he weren't going to be for me.
Same with Dan, by the way.
Yeah, and I think, do you think in hindsight, when you went in the summer, do you think it would have been right at that time to just go, right, new start, I need my man, because this is my journey now, so I need my man that I want to do this, and start like that? Do you think that would have stopped you being in the situation you're pulling away from now a little bit earlier and maybe been looking up the table a bit? Or do you think it's played out how it should have played out?
No, I think, so the things that we have to consider is, like I said, I took over the club in July. Yeah, so we're in pre-season.
Yeah, very late.
And it's not, if you presented me manager options, would I, like, let's say right now, so I'd never met Dan, never all of this, would I have picked him? Probably not, because you have to have some similarities, because I am hands-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is like certain like energies that have to be matched and things like that. But there was a culture at this football club.
Okay.
And if I have steamed in July, not only and sacked the manager, I'm sacking the whole team.
Yeah, they were gone with
and
him.
all of a sudden we've got no manager and no players, and guess what? Like I've got and not just me. Yeah, I can appoint a new manager, and then they've got to build a whole new team. They've got seasons kicking off next month. Would we be in any different position? Maybe, but maybe not. And at the same time, I had to gauge what Dan's capabilities actually were, and I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on that, because he had limitations the time he was here. He had a lot of limitations, and he did have no money in our home ground. I mean, they only trained until like January the previous seasons.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I did is I shook his hand. I was going to eliminate all of the obstacles that he previously had. The home ground was the only one I couldn't immediately think, but at the same time, you got a football venue, like we're good. Yeah. But I booked up 4G training pitch venue weekly to the end of the season. I was all the travel money for the players. So that's what there was at the travel money. Before it was agreed, but sometimes they wouldn't even, the players were having to raise it themselves and stuff. So the travel money, the training equipment, absolutely everything that was listed as reasons why they were constantly fighting relegation, I eliminated. And then where I was at was over pre-season. And I don't care about pre-season results. I'm not an idiot. The actual results don't matter. But I wasn't seeing anything change game to game, as in the approach, and when things are just banging your head against a brick wall and expecting a different outcome and concussion. Like it's just not. And that's where it was. It wasn't about the results. Even in the league games, it wasn't about the results, because I knew we were limited, even in terms of squads compared to some of the opponents. But as an example, they were playing 3 at the back all pre-season, all the start of the season, and they were getting rinsed. They weren't drilling it properly, right? They weren't coaching it, and it's a great formation, but you have to, yourselves, guys, in football, it's a hard formation.
3 at the back I play 3 at the back today, and I shy away from 3 at the back. I played the last couple of games, and to do it right, our possession, without getting killed by wingers who have really, really got to, the shape's got to be perfect, because otherwise you're going to get popped all the time.
Liam and that are playing 3 at the back, and it's working so well. Yeah. The way they're playing, they got some brilliant stuff going on. I'm not going to say too much because Giles is listening, and he'll be.
It's all right. He'll have his dossier.
No, I mean, So from that aspect, and I do understand it, but what coming into this and having there was no one else. There's no one else. So this is me. I'm flying solo on this at the minute, and it would have set us back, I think, even longer. So I kind of just had to go with it, and see what was going on, and then obviously I had to then sell it to other people as well. What's attractive about coming in here? I had to show them a little bit about what I was doing. So I had to kind of demonstrate that a little bit before I made the decision, really. And whether it is or isn't my type of manager, actually, you know what? If he wasn't the sort of manager I would necessarily pick, but he had all the opportunity to change my mind, basically. So, in my opinion,
Rich, I love the documentary, right? And for people that haven't seen it, Project Lingfield on YouTube out there, it is a warts and all behind the scenes look at the club. I tell you what, it's not scripted, it's not rehearsed, anything like that. That they leave in stuff that you think, cool, should they have left that in? It's open. It's a proper open book.
Mate, open.
That was why we were so chuffed when you said you wanted to come on and that. But as Tommy hadn't said, is there going to be any more of them, Rich, coming through?
I've signed a 10 episode contract, guys.
Really?
There was a delay between 1 and 2 because there was some actual some personal things going on that side. Nothing to do here. Something to do with that side. But now they're back on it. Episode 3 has been filmed already and is being edited. I mean, it's not chronological. It seemed it. Do you want me to address the questions or how do you? I'll just quickly finish this bit and then I'll just say that. But I will. so it's not actually been released chronologically as such. It's not just like like Sunderland to I Die was like start of the season all the way through.
Yeah, season.
The kind of episodes 1 and 2 kind of were because of the importance of like old management, new management, and we're still losing. But episode 3 is all about the away day to Guernsey. So I bought an extra seat for Ryan. He's come and filmed the whole day he was there at 6:30 at the or 6:15, whatever, at the airport. He's filmed us. He spent the day with us.
Did you fly out and come back in on the same day?
Mate, yeah. They haven't got enough. They haven't got enough points for me to be putting them up in Premier Inn, mate. Man.
We know about a weekend in Guernsey. They're.
I mean, I don't know how you managed to last the whole weekend. There's nothing there, is there?
Well, we managed to find a few bars.
Yeah,
we were just in the immediate area by the.
That's where IBB10 was born. Was on the Friday night in Guernsey.
By 10, Lee.
Yeah, that's where it actually came from. Because I was making the best out of him, and me and Lee were doing a live stream, and I, being the absolute degenerate I was absolutely wasted by a certain time, and him, being the absolute bore he is, wanted to be in bed by 10. So, he was dragging me out of the bars just to get in there. But, But anyway, Rich, do you want to address that question?
So anything I do differently through the whole process? No, I mean, so I think with the timings, I think I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with it because I did also, I feel like a little bit was owed to Dan to have that opportunity because, like you say, he has been at the club for a long time and he's part of it. And whether he would be like chosen manager or not, I feel like he did have a deserve that. But actually, a lot of my plans, the timelines kind of jumped forward a little bit, just where my own worst enemy doing things like quicker than I originally planned. And ultimately, look, the stripping it down, I'm protecting my investment. Let's be real. At this stage, it's although it's not about making money, I'm protecting the investment I've put into the club and future investments into the club. And I'm also, what is worth more to me than 30 grand, 40 grand, or whatever it is to run a team for a season, like bare bones, is I'm protecting my idea and I'm protecting my passion in terms of I have a vision, and that's what I'm protecting. Because now I will do anything to make that happen, and that was the step 1 of that.
So on that note, what is the vision?
Oof. Okay. So vision in progress, can we call it? Vision.
Yeah,
in progress.
Of course.
No. So obviously, look, I broke the whole thing down into kind of steps, right? And step 1 was secure football back at the home ground. Obviously, you've heard the timeline of that. Okay, so that's where we're at. That is the final time someone will be moving that timeline. Okay, this is my timeline now, not timeline that's been passed to me by others. Okay, so that's why I'm not saying I can get it done by February and get it. No, start of next season, it's happening. I've got it in progress. It's happening. I'm there painting, decorating myself and stuff like that. All sorts. It's happening. Then step 1, part of step 1 as well is forming a relationship with the community. Football club's got no relationship really with the community, and non-league village football team, come on, you need it. So I've been hosting, because we have got the ground that we're not playing on, but I've got the clubhouse and all that. So I've been hosting monthly business networking events for local businesses there, advertising them on Facebook, free of charge to attend, bringing people together, that side of things. I'm hosting a couple of charity events there. I've been throwing parties there and all sorts. So forming that link with the community. Reason being is we're on a council pitch right now. We've got a long lease, 25-year lease split into 2 12.5-year leases. I'm going to buy some land. I'm going to buy 5 acres though, not just like the 2 that you need for
5 acres.
There's a reason. What's that reason? You just asked. Okay. I'm gonna build a college and an indoor sports facility there as well.
Wow.
Maybe you say
that chat. Yeah. there's nothing in the area. Well, there is, but the college first and foremost. So I've got working links with Next Gen Football Academy. They do the Chelsea Development College program things, and they represent us at under 23s. That was the first business relationship that I formed. So the 16 and 17-year-olds play in our under 23s. So when you look at the results, actually, you'll think, wow, there's not anyone older than 17 years old in now under 23s, and there never will be. Yeah, it's not allowed. So so that's a college kids playing at that level there. So we're going to introduce that style of program into Lingfield, which is a bit of an affluent area, or it's classed as an affluent area, but there's a whole lot of non-affluent parts of that area, and that's what we're going to be. So we're going to be introducing a college which is not just your classic football BTEC thing. We're actually introducing, it's going to be going alongside trades, electricians, plumbers, mechanics. So they'll be getting their tradesmen. We're going to be doing holding wealth management classes, social media classes, all of that. That's going to be on the same land with its own separate 11-a-side grass pitch and 9-a-side asphalt weather pitch as well for training.
That's incredible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's going to happen as well.
That's going to cost a few quid, isn't it, Rich?
It will, yes. That's been broken. The whole business plan's broken down. It's ready. It's about to be submitted now. But it's all going to be private investment. No FA stuff. Wow. There's So
I think that's brilliant for the community. You're doing that.
Yeah, it's and a lot of, and there is going to be a lot of community outreach work involved in that as well. Like when we just had a quick 2-minute chat before, everything I do in life has to kind of align morality and business. I
love that.
It has to. So there'll be a lot of chat. One of the very first things I did was form a relationship with a young epilepsy college in Lingfield, and we're hosting. They're young adults. I went down there for the day as well. I didn't just like Google them and email them. I went down there, spent the day at the college. The young adults are going to be doing work experience at Lingfield as well. And I mean, what an amazing it's St Piers College. I'm going to shout it out. They're in epilepsy, and that not just for the young adults and the children who are suffering with epilepsy, but actually they're like the biggest employer, I think, in Tandridge as well, like in the area. What they do for the community is amazing. We're going to be doing, so Liam and the coaching staff and the first team, we're going to be doing some coaching, disability coaching for the kids and young adults at the college as well. Like I said, they're doing work experience at our ground, and they're going to be doing like their annual charity football match at our ground and stuff like that as well. So yeah, but, I mean, it's been a great journey.
That's really good, mate. Like amazing what you're going to be doing and everything. All right, just before we let you go, I'm going to get a question in, which we've already spoke about, manager-wise, but how did it come around with Liam coming into the job? Did you know him before, or? Yeah. So explain that, Liam coming in and
I'll rate him, Joycey.
Oh, mate. Yeah. So obviously, well, you guys know him. He's obviously, he was at Sevenoaks as a coach. And Sevenoaks sounds like a fantastic setup. I don't have any personal experience there, but Liam speaks really highly of Sevenoaks, like all the way from players to management to like everything. It sounds like a great example for clubs around it. And obviously, he's done stuff at Sutton Common Rovers as well. And outside of that, he just lives football, honestly. And I know him personally. And I used to, I played with him. I've played for him when I was old and fat and trying to give it another go. And I know his family, and we shared similar friends. But when as you get to know me more and more, you'll know that would not be a deciding factor for me. Yeah. Some people question me. Some of my own people in the club was like, there were claims of nepotism.
Really?
Which is fine, and I understand because there's people that I'm new. You've got to understand, this is a new energy to this place. This is a village football team. I'm here like, yeah, fucking building colleges. And they're like, what is going on? And when are we winning?
It's scary.
So
it's scary, Rich, for them. It's scary.
It's scary. It's scary.
I think like that. All they're thinking about is, oh, am I still going to be able to, you know, put the flags in before the corner flags in before the game, or can I have my cup of tea at half time away at I don't know, Pagham? Do you know what I mean? So like all this crazy thinking is sometimes, whilst it's you've got to have that level of craziness to pull this off. Trust me, like, and it's football's obsessive, and you're probably finding it how every week you're probably getting more obsessed by what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared of it. They're so scared of it. So it takes us like, and then once you start delivering the things that, look, there's no doubt you're going to deliver these things. Then it's you get their buy-in, because they still get to have their sandwich and their
of course, man, yeah, sandwiches, but they get cucumber in them now as well as ham.
Exactly, there you go.
But like, there's something in episode 1 of the documentary, and this is there's that film I said I grew up ginger in Mitcham. So listen, people are going to have their opinions. I used to wear Moschino and iceberg and that when I was younger. I was giving it. I didn't care. You can't, and I respect everyone's opinions. That's the difference. I don't disrespect, and I understand why they feel that way. I can completely understand that and respect that. And all my job is just to give them trust, to help them earn that trust in me. Look, this is whether it's my club. It's not always it is my physical club, as in legal ownership, but this is so many people's clubs, and people have given blood, sweat, and tears for this. And all I'm trying to do is help direct that blood, sweat, and tears into something which will help take us to the next level, take us to the next level, take it to the next level. So, it's been great, and there's some fantastic people. There's John Tovey here, who's like the club sec, mate. And listen, we all joke about giving him grief, but mate, the club wouldn't even be if it wasn't for him. He's like in his late 70s, but he's a legend. He was on the plane to Guernsey with us yesterday. He still does it. He still does so much. In fact, I'm trying to take stuff off him so he doesn't say he just enjoy the football every now and then. But no, there's some great people involved, and I'm just glad to be part of it.
I think it sounds a really exciting time for the club. It really does, you know, because you seem like you're all in. You're 100% all in. I'm in. Yeah.
I'll fold the other business, mate. I'll fold everything and just go in at Linkfield.
Don't do that.
My wife's there.
Rich. I did that. Don't do that.
I'm not doing that.
I was that man. Right. Don't be as mad as me.
No, listen. I just wanted to say that I understand. Obviously, all this stuff is like that's the vision right now. It's stay in this division. Yeah. Because obviously we haven't really spoke too much about the football, which is fine. But stay in this division. We're still doing a little bit of recruitment. Has to be the right people.
Do you recruit, or does Joycey recruit, or do you both?
No, Joycey. So squad selection is entirely his, and that's both which players he has in the squad of 25 or whatever it is, 20 whatever, and who he picks on the 16. All I do is I had some funny arguments online, like you should leave it to the manager. Basically, one of those like free football agent things, but not the free. You do one, don't you, Bill?
Yeah.
I've used previously when I was 23's manager. I've used yours ones before. That was great. There's a few more that have popped up, and one of them, I literally all I did was put a player, pop me a message, or I've popped you a message to a player. And the person who was running it was like, leave it to the manager. Like the actual, whatever the company's got. I was like,
end of the day, it's your club. And if you can't have a healthy relationship with your manager, then what's the point of doing it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly,
Obviously, look, end of the day, we all know if the results aren't going the right way, they're always the first to go, right? Like we'll talk about clubs later, but ballroom members, always the last to go. It's always the manager first, maybe a player, but really players get managers sacked, and then managers get sacked because it's not going their way. So you have to give them that license. But why can't you have a chat after a game and go, what you thought, or do you know what, have you ever thought about this? And then have that. It doesn't have to be your advice.
Well, you know, there's certain players that like I'm not being funny. Like say you're not a manager, and you're like in my position. But let's say a player that you personally know is great pops up on Twitter saying free agent. I'm gonna message him, mate. I don't care. Like I'm not saying the manager play him. That manager can turn around and say, no, I don't want him. I don't rate him, or he's not good enough. Fine, that's cool. But I'm going to give you all the tools because it's all about accountability. If I don't provide that support and we're not providing options, and the results aren't there, then people say, oh, you could have helped more. Whereas if I'm going, have a look at this player, have a look at this player, have a look at this player, and then the manager's like, no, my existing winger is better, but then that existing winger turns out he's terrible and he gets them relegated. That's when you can ask questions. Say, well, why didn't you put that other winger in, as an example? But we work as a team. I work as a team with the management. All of them. I chat to the coaches, the manager, just in the like. I like hearing what's going on. They're great at what they do. I like hearing about it. To be honest, it's great.
No,
they go in honestly.
Yeah, that's great to hear as well, that you've got that relationship with the manager and everything like that. But Rich, we will let you go, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you on, and we will look to. I'll tell you, we're going to do an end of season special. So what we'll do is we'll look to get you on then with a couple of other people, and we're just.
I'll get you guys down to the ground once it's done. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
We do it live.
That'd be brilliant. I'd love to come and look.
Love to come down before it's done, and
mate,
then
anytime
if possible.
Yeah, mate, 100%. Come down.
Do some bits there. Yeah.
We'll sort it out. Pop me a message. We'll sort it out. And you're always welcome. And hopefully I'll see you guys before the end of the season at a game or something anyway. Maybe when you're going to go and see your favourite manager, Liam Giles.
You may, mate.
What is that? What is in your living room, Billy? I can feel I've seen behind you. And he's
been down for a coffee tonight. He's been around. He's had a cup of tea with me. He'll be popping on.
He's a great guy. I love his passion. Love his passion and energy as well. So everyone's a good guy. So no, thanks for having me on.
Welcome, mate.
And everyone go and check out Project Linfield on YouTube to get a little behind the scenes look at it, because it is effing fantastic. It's one of the best around that I've seen.
Yeah, it is.
Got Fresh TV, shout them out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
They're good. They're good. But Rich, you're a legend, mate.
Come on, Rich.
Red button. I'll exit now and I'll speak to you guys later.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Wow,
ambitious.
It's good though. It's refreshing to hear as well. That's what he wants to do.
We should do a check-in with him 5 years later.
Yeah,
because I love that enthusiasm, and he's got it. He's got like exciting stuff outside of business and like outside of football business, and that's what's driving his football stuff. And I love to check in with him. Another. Well, it's a bit too late now. He's got Badger. Did you run over Badger on the way home or something, Steph? Jesus Christ. I'd love to check in with him in 5 years' time to see, not with that passion's there, because I reckon it will be. And I reckon
he might have a grey beard by then.
It will have after, mate. I had better hairline and no grey since I've been in football. My beard gets so grey.
But ain't it refreshing to see a chairman like that? Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because it's
he's all in, isn't he? He is all in.
Yeah, he is 100% into it.
Look, football's a funny old game, isn't it? Like it can wear you down, it can fucking dry you out, it can chew you up, spit you out. But if you've really got an idea of what you want to do, and he obviously has, and I love that college idea. So what that would do is
how ambitious is that?
That's great. Yeah.
5 acres of land, college for the community.
I know.
You know,
but not only
Professor Williams.
Thing is though, not he's doing that, but also it's going to make jobs as well. Jobs ain't easy to come.
All right, Lee, you looking?
No, mate, I've already got one lined up, so I'm not worried about that.
Don't tell him about the deal.
But look, I think it's great. And I look, first step is footballing wise, they've just got to stay up in there. And I think what they've got 3 games in hand against the bottom lot, so could pick up another couple of wins in that, and they're away from it, and let's be honest. Like it's really no one's winning down there. No one's down there.
Oh, I agree, mate. They'll be all right. But I think people want to hear who's on Billy's list.
Hang on, just before.
There's been a lot of talk about this already today.
All right, before the list, go on then.
Billy's list, I just want to say I spoke to Tommy, and I think I said to you in the group as well about the East Preston Rimmer game getting abandoned yesterday. Tackle that went in, and Ringmer's player, I believe his name's Tyrese, got badly injured.
Okay.
And found out today, and I hope Tommy don't mind me saying, but found out today that he's 19. He won't be able to play football again. That's how bad the injury is.
Ever?
Yeah. But what they have got is because he's a self-employed bricklayer as well. They have got a GoFundMe page on their Twitter page.
Can we share the link on here?
Yeah, it's on their Twitter page. If we can get the link to it and share it.
Tommy, drop us the link in a comment and we'll put it up, mate.
Yeah, they got a target of 5,000. I think they've raised, I believe nearly.
I think they've raised 1,500 or from
yesterday. No, it's 2.5 grand.
3,000
already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2.5 grand.
Yeah. So I mean, if anyone can give us as little or anything, just pop them there, and yeah, just to help a young player out and everything. So yeah, I just want to give that a shout out. I said to Tommy, is it all right if I do that? So
shout out to Tommy. Said, get well. Stay strong, brother. Stay strong.
Yeah, fucking hell. What you're saying? This kid will never play football again.
That's Tommy's scared. He's devastated. Been told that he won't play again. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
that's really horrible. Thoughts with him.
Oh yeah, actually, yes.
Now doing my list.
Recovery and everything, but let's bring it back because I've heard people don't like being on Billy's list. So Billy, what's the list?
People want to. Now, what the comment I got was, people love looking at the list or seeing who's on the list, but they dread being on the list.
I left a few off this week. Gave a couple of little bit of a break. There have been 5,000 people that have seen the list this week.
Wow.
5,000 people have seen the list.
Okay, so Bill, where are we starting?
It's a bit more generic this week. It's things I don't like. And if people agree,
he's getting comfy. He's like,
if people don't agree or have opinions, please comment. I want stuff on this. All right, so we're going to go on the list. Silencing supporters.
Ooh, are you going deep on this? Are you gonna
go in hard?
I am sick.
Gonna do a generic.
Sick to death of all levels, right? Of non-league football, or not just in Sussex, outside. When supporters do not have the opinion of the narrative a club wants to spin, that they get silenced. I think it is disrespectful. I think it is so fucking woke. I think it is it's weak. Shows weak people who pretend to be strong. I think they're weak by the way they behave in this situation. And I think if anyone pays their money, like if you went to go and watch a movie, right? If you go to the Cineworld and you spend probably about 100 quid now to go and watch a movie, innit? It's not £3.80 like we used to go when we were kids.
Yeah.
But if you go and the movie's as bad as when I went and watched Avatar, right? You've got your right to an opinion, right? You've paid for your ticket to go in. Do I think people should be bullying people? Absolutely not. But saying people have got it wrong, or they're not right for a job, or I wouldn't play this person, or I would play that person, or our recruitment's been shit, or that's not bullying. Like, come on, that's not bullying. Going personal about the person, making derogatory remarks about loads of clubs, Dave. There's so many people that do it, but if you're making derogatory comments about how someone looks, or trying to fucking make them out like, or trying to like ruin their individual life.
Yeah.
But I don't care if you do this job full time, part time, voluntary, or whatever. If you stick your head above the parapet and are running a football club, whatever level, make sure you're ready for criticism when it don't go well. It's all right when it's going well to take all the plaudits and the pictures with the fans, and like posting about the wins, or look at us, we've gone from X to X. Well, when it's shit, What, you just pretend it don't happen and hide, or then project. So supporters kicking off. Oh, it's your fault for kicking off. You're bullying me. You're a problem. I'm not. You're blocked. And then people getting blocked from their club that they pay money for a season ticket for. But you having a laugh. Like, blocked on social media from a club that you go and spend your hard-earned money on because you've got an opinion that doesn't agree with the narrative. So, like, the reason it's on the list ain't because of an individual club. Over the last 5 years, I've witnessed this. In fact, at times at Hastings, people go, "Oh, should we hide that comment, delete that comment?" No. When I was running, no. Like, even if they're slagging me off, fucking whatever they want to say about me, yeah, there's some great stuff, right? But you can't close the narrative because it's not going your way. Like that's how I honestly feel, right? When it gets personal, people make allegations, whatever. Then they're stepping over the line, right? But going, I'm not too sure the recruitment was what good this year. What's the correlation between recruitment here, recruitment there? We were good there, but we were poor there, and we were poor there. What's the who did this, who did that, and who did this? And if there's a pattern and you don't like the pattern that's being called out, I'm sorry.
I agree, mate. I think. Look, it can't get to a point where it is a bullying. It is personal attack there. But when you're voicing your opinion on that, and there's been a lot of talk at the moment as well, online, clubs that they're not happy with that.
Yeah,
I think it looks worse if they start deleting the comments or turning them off. You're
trying to hide something, aren't they?
You know, look, if people cross the line, they're blocked. They should be not allowed to go and watch the team as it is. But if you're paying there and you've got an opinion, you should be allowed to voice that. I do. Yeah, so I agree, Bill.
I just don't like it at all levels. Like what? Tottenham don't do it. Arsenal don't do it. Man United don't do it. And they get vile attacks.
Yeah.
But they put themselves in those positions. If you're in those positions, you're at level of responsibility, whatever club you're is, whatever. Like, if you want to shine a light on your club and you can't take the heat and it ain't going well, don't shine a light on your club.
That's fair enough.
With Hastings, when we were building that, I knew all the stuff I was doing, people were going to have eyeballs on us. And I knew that if it fucked up, yours truly was going to get it, right? I knew that. But I took it. You know, you took it. Like when I left, I took it. Moving different clubs, Lancing, even that, I took it, right? The ones I didn't like were the vile pricks, and they're still on social media. And to be honest, it can still get fucked, right? But the general opinion on results and if things are right or good enough for the level and all that, you've got to take them on the chin, whoever you are, right? You got to. And with that, you don't silence people's opinions. And we all know social media is a parapet of fucking craziness, right? People's madness. But at the same time, sadly, it's the world we live in now, right?
Yeah.
100% Jarvis. You got the free.
Very true.
You have to. Yeah. You have to. You know, that's why if it steps over the ball, like the line, or there's racism or anything like that, fucking, for me, prison sentence, like for certain things. And I'm not against that, but having an opinion, 100% should have freedom of speech.
Yeah,
there's things
you shouldn't be getting your comments blocked. I think it was like you said,
leave it up there. If it's
pay
so
your
long,
money to go and watch these clubs, you could be going for 15, 20 years. All you got to do is put a wrong comment now, and you're blocked from those comments.
But also, Lee, if it's on there, right? If you put it on there and you look like a div, hang them out to be a div. You're hiding it because you don't want them to know something.
Yeah.
That's normally what it is, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Exactly what it is.
So silencing supporters don't like it. That's on my list. All right, done. Moving on.
What else is on Billy's list?
Wasps the point. East Grinstead. Wasps the point.
Okay.
More changes in the starting lineup this week. Sam Freeman in goal instead of Alu Seka. I saw. Sam Freeman gets sent off after 6 minutes.
Oh, I saw that. That was a mistake, wasn't it?
I thought he was going to give him the old British Bulldog, spinning around and slapping. Do you know? That's what it looked like from the picture I've seen. But look, I'm asking at this point, Mike, right? Because you were really supportive of them.
Yeah.
And again, this isn't a knock on the managers, right? Because they're good guys, right? Oh, Chris, shut up.
He always has a dig of me about that, Chris. He's getting me to relegate him. I won't do it. So I have respect for the lads until they are relegated.
I'm joking, Chris, anyway. Right, so they're on 4 points, 25 games played, yeah? In that league, you play 42 games. So they've got what they got left of that. They've got what, 18 games left, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I right?
54 points.
Oh, it's 17 games, yeah?
51.
Yeah, so on that note, they are also 19 points adrift. 19, yeah?
Leaves 32.
That's some run. And Dave, you just took the thing out of my mouth, right? We're going to go through their team. Have a look. And I'm not.
They've got hell of players in there, though. Why isn't it working?
Sam Freeman just allegedly got a message. I'm going to say who from. Around £400 a week. That's what I'm just being told. Don't shoot a message. You might not be. Aaron Hopkinson, who I've got a lot of time for. Don't know how much he'd be getting. He'd probably WhatsApp me now and tell me how much he's getting. Ridwin, lovely lad. Steve Smith, good player from Crowborough. Obviously, Luke Leopard. I really like Luke Leopard. Dan Perry had to go in goal yesterday. Curtis Gaylor, I think, is a fantastic player. Louis Theopanos is, for me, the best striker in the league.
Yeah, all up there.
The best striker in the league. And he don't come cheap. He don't come cheap, right? And then Jordan Maguire-Drew, ex-Football League player. Kieran Panman, like that's some team, right? Why, like, what was, like, for me, that they're probably spending what, like, let's have a guess. Let's just have a wild guess. What do you reckon? 3, 4 K a week? 3 grand? 2.5? What?
Yeah, you got
maybe.
Yeah, you got to be
and
looking.
the rest, Mike. Come on, with that team, like, there's no way. But
well, you're more informed on me
okay.
than that.
Right, so I'm just going to have a bold statement, and I could be wrong, and Grant and Andy can tell me, because this isn't them. I get why they're trying to do it, but for me, just got a message through about 5K. Right, that might be wrong. Right, and we all know people inflate things because, remember, I've had it inflated. Upfield, I went through the.
We've seen one of the lists this season with inflation. Yeah.
So let's just say it's right. I've heard 5K, but let's just say it's 4,000 a week, right? Let's just say it. Let's say it's that. How much is that to the end of the year? How many more weeks we've got the season? What, probably best part over 13, 14 weeks? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
So 40. It's 50 grand.
It's 50 bags.
A lot.
Are they going to survive? So what you're throwing at? You're probably better doing what Lancing did at this time. It was the same results. We were losing, we weren't winning. They picked up 1 point, right? 1 point, I think. I might be wrong. Same what we picked up at Lancing on considerably a lot less, right? And I think our highest paid player was 200. Again, I might be wrong, but I probably can pull up those receipts and have a look as well, right? Might be 250 actually, something like that, somewhere around that range. The question I've got is for them, like, what's the point of this really expensive team if they're not picking up the results? Are they better, getting a bit of a better balance? Yeah, accepting fate. Grant and Andy, keeping their powder dry for next season to make sure that Grinstead return to the Dishman League. Like, that's what I would be thinking, right?
Bill, are you agreed that the problems were before they came back in.
Oh, they flirted with relegation for years. Yeah, but their manager, to his credit, always pulled them out of it. And not on a load of money. Like, you know, you only got to look at what's going on at Forest Row now. They're giving it a go, aren't they, with the old assistant manager there.
It's a good game, yeah.
And
he's a top lad, no.
Oh, fucking brilliant. And I hope he does really well there.
Yeah. Knows his stuff. Yeah, he's coaching, yeah.
But I just look at it and go, why? Like, yeah, and I'm sounding really
you're saying, should they bite the bullet now, save the coffers,
take the relegation,
take it on the chin, get out, get the remaining 14 weeks done or whatever it is, bang that money for next year, return them back again, fresh start.
Gordon Maguire-Drew is not playing in the county league next year. Louis van der is not playing in the county league this year. So why are you paying them?
Yeah,
you said out there.
Yeah. It's now. Yeah, you look and go. You just say to him, "Look, let's look at next season now. Let's build for next season, and hold off bringing all these players in and spending this money, and hold it for, like you said, hold the budget for next season and get them straight back up."
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah,
like because like the rumours are,
wow,
a lot of players. But then you look at it and you go like, well, yeah, let's have a look. How many people were different from the week before when they lost 4-2? Where's Don Vos gone? Jesse Starkey, where were they this week? Do you know what I mean? Where are those players? No, I don't think they will, Gilesy, and that's my point. I don't think they will drop a level. So why bother keeping them around? You know, young Leo Vowles, from what I saw, for him when they were at Forest Row, I was really excited by him.
That's a crazy stat though, that one, Bill. There's this one here.
Six players.
66 players.
Yeah, but you got to also take into consideration the players that were there at the start of the season as well. So like if you I don't know, if you level it a little bit, it's probably less based on this regime. But remember, they brought all their lads in originally from Forest Row. Obviously, some have gone back, or some have gone to other clubs.
Yeah.
You know, I just think, for me, I don't know. I think I look at it and go, you're 19 points. It's not like they're 3 or 4 points or 5 points adrift, and they can nick it. Because look, if that's the case, if you're still in the game, like if you're still in the game, if you're, for example, in that league, you are, say, you're Hassocks, and now you want to throw a little bit of dough at it to make sure you're getting you're being one of the 5 that don't get sucked into it. Yeah, fair play. One of the 5 that don't get out of it, sort of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean. But that being said, they are 19 points adrift. Now, if they want to go on an unbelievable run, then fair play. And if they do that, great. But we've not seen that yet. And they've been at this for a while now, right? So I sound somber with this because it feels a little bit, I feel like a bit of a prick saying it. But at the same time, it's miles away. It's like,
I've sent a message.
Mike, if you were 5 points,
I've sent a message on this, right?
Yeah.
From a pretty reliable source that I know well, you know, so there's no reason for him to message this. Private investment half, club putting in half, and the club are going to sit down with the players the next few weeks to talk about the players offering the deals. They'll pay them till the end of the season, as long as they sign next season.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Well, none of them are going to stay next year in the league below.
Look, I hope it. They always knew they were going to be on a hiding to nothing there, you know. But I legitimately thought, and they legitimately thought that they could really get it together. It doesn't help though when there's teams around you that take points, and those 3 points turn into 6 pointers immediately.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think that was a big win. Was it Broadwood Chief for the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Massive win for them down there.
Yeah, because Simone needed it, didn't he? He had a bit of run. And
but it was still a shock when they left Rowe this season. It just sort of announced that they were leaving to go to East Grinstead. It was like, right, okay, because Forest Row were when they were top two, top three before they moved. I mean,
look at that team, even down the I know Dan Parry had to go in goal, so I'd not seen the goals that Broadby Chief has scored. Right, Dan Parry's not a goalkeeper, is he? Let's be real. But so it could have been the fact that 6 goals went in because of you've got a player in goal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the players are out on that pitch. Surely it could be organised with 10 to like be in the game still. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think EG decided to go all or bust this season with the way they recruited? I think it's just been find the biggest player they possibly can to play in a position that they can. But I don't feel like it just feels like maybe you got to ask, has the recruitment been poor?
But hell, all those players are effing decent players.
Yeah, but it's
has the coaching been poor? Are they set up wrong?
Yeah, you can't see from
one way or the other. Like, you can't have all those. You can't have all-star team, like all-star basketball team
that have all played together. They go to a new club and it just goes.
Well, then how many of them are fit?
Well, yeah.
Aaron Oxon is not a right back.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not fit enough. Do they train? When do they train? How many times do they train a week? Like, the names all got good fucking lineage in the game, right? A lot of them in that team. That's why when people look at that lineup, they go, fucking hell, da, 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 da. But Dom Foes, journeyman, who tweet bad attitude shit online all the time, right? Good player, unbelievable player, but how many clubs he had? You've got Jordan Maguire-Drew is obviously looking to get fit again after injury. Again, top player, but is he fit enough? Aaron Oxon's not a right back, 100%. But then maybe it says right back because he's wearing 2. Did they play for it? They might have played 3 with wing backs. I just don't know, right? I don't know. Like, I find it fascinating because they're not getting pelters for this, by the way.
Oh, that there is a couple of vocal online.
Oh, is there?
A bit dismayed, yeah, but nowhere near as what you probably see in other clubs.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough one.
Yeah,
right.
Really is. Bill,
so that's
next on the list.
Bexhill United from a goalkeeper's perspective.
Oh. What do you mean by this, Billy?
Well, as everyone knows,
you're going to be talking about the game yesterday.
Yeah, so Stefanos Akros he's part of my staff with my women's team as well. A friend of mine. Conceded 8 yesterday. Now, we're not
5 for the same player, wasn't it?
Who did they play yesterday?
Eastbourne United. Well, who I've tipped for the playoffs, remember? So don't forget that.
No.
James Hull, Hastings United lad, come through, was back at the club this year. Didn't work out. Previous management moved on. No, we've got stuff to talk about here. Don't worry, we've got the list, Ryan. Relax. So look, what I mean from a goalkeeper's perspective, I'm taking the piss, right? I'm just taking the piss with him. But actually, look, I think I was shocked because I've really liked watching Bexhill play this year, and I think they've been brilliant. But I think they look a little bit light defensively. Like, they don't seem to have there's no Dan Rogers playing. Richie Welch obviously is coming back from an injury. Andy Corrigan wasn't playing. I think he's been playing left back from this year. But I just wanted to. The reason I wrote goalkeeper's perspective, I just wanted to wind Steph up, if I'm honest. But
it was James Hull. James Hull that scored the 5, wasn't it?
Yeah. All the whole boys are Hastings lads anyway. But I think literally stone's throw. They all grew up a stone's throw from the ground. But I'm surprised, but not surprised because of it seems to have been a bit depleted defensively for Jay. Jay's doing a great job. I don't think we can knock him at all. With his first senior management appointment at Bexhill, around the mid where they should be, I think mid-table, like doing what they should do. But I think, look, Eastbourne United really start coming to their own.
You did tip them, didn't you? And to come late.
Yeah, I did. Well, I look at their side and I see they got goals all over it.
Yeah.
Steph says that a couple of them were offside and fouls and stuff, but keepers always say that, right?
How's when you saw him today? How was his back? Because it must have been hurting picking 8 goals out of the back of the net, wasn't it?
Yeah, none of them were his fault, supposedly.
None of the 8, no.
Right, his teammates can jump in if they want and say no. He said a couple of them were, but
they're up to 9th now, Bill.
What's that?
They're up to 9th now.
Who? Eastbourne United.
Yeah, and they are,
and I think they keep motoring on.
7 points off the playoffs.
I just have Stos did this last year, and like for me, Stos did this last year, didn't he? Like he did it last year. So like, I've not want to talk about Bexhill like this because of Bexhill. I actually wanted to talk about Eastbourne United because I think that'd be one off. They ain't going to lose result. That's not going to happen to them for the rest of the season ever again. They're more than fine, and they're going to be fine. It was more about Eastbourne United are going to start motoring on now. I just got a feeling they're going to start motoring on, and with Hully getting 5 yesterday, and like he's playing with his brothers there. You got Charlie Ball there. You got some good players like Stoss's, like Tiano Wilson, like rapid winger. They'll be all right. They'll be more than all right. So I think, that was. People have been messaging Steph all day asking if he's coming on the pod, but nah, we don't do non-special guests, right? So, the normal. This is an interesting one. Are you ready for it? Because we've got a few more to get through. The habit of normalising and praising losing.
Yeah, I like this.
Hate it. This is my room 101 today.
What you saying? Where it goes like,
great game today against the opposition. Really good, have a good game. They're doing great things. Fuck me. Like, we've got to stop praising losing. We've got to stop it. There's losing's losing. It is what it is, yeah. Like, I think for me, it's just a bad habit. Like to praise losing. I think so anyway, right? Look, how do you get away from the negative of losing? Start fucking winning things. Yeah, start winning things. I don't like it. I can give many examples, whether it's clubs doing it, coaches doing it, or coaches coming up saying, "Oh, my team were great today. We're unlucky. We played better than last week. All right, great, but you still lost. I just don't like it, and I might be sounding maybe I've got sore head this weekend, but I just don't like it, and I don't like. Again, it's not the same with the fans thing. This isn't at anyone in particular. I see it every week by loads of people. I've even done it, right? And I think to myself, really, come on. It's I saw someone get bopped in women's football 12-0 and they're going, fair play for the opposition. Fair play.
Take a look at yourself.
12-0.
Yeah,
right? Fair play. Well, because they turned up and had a go, right? They're fair play. Or, they're going to do great things, like great management team. Are they? Just say nothing. You don't need to speak in those there's those examples, right? Praise your team for the win, but don't let's stop praising losing. We've got to stop. We've got to stop it.
Someone's just messaged me and said, just quickly, Bill, this one's for you. Yeah. He tips Eastbourne for the playoffs, but at whose expense?
All right, okay. Take away from this controversial comment now. Let's have a look. At whose expense?
Yeah.
I'm going to say New Haven.
Oh, you were down there today as well, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I never lose at the Dock, mate. Fort Road. I've never lost
You
there.
hate it now. You hate
What's that?
You hate
No,
it.
I've never lost there ever. Like women's football, even when I took upfield there to play Vardinians, I've never lost. I've never lost at that ground. Any game, friendly, cup game, league game, never lost in 5 years, ever. Good omen. Love New Haven, and I love their supporters. Great people. One of them absolutely loves me. Tweeted about me loads in February. I've missed you. Exactly that. Again, like normalizing losing. I just don't like it. Like, and I'm not saying that like we should just after you lost you're all your crap, right? Because you work on things. You got to, you know, within your camp, you've got to keep the morale high. But I don't know. I just don't like normalizing it.
No, I'm not a fan.
I'm not going to brush over if my Hastings women team this year have lost more games. We've lost more than we've won. We have, right? Because we haven't got the depth of squad that we used to have back in the day. We're working probably like player to player. The quality is not as good as it was, right? But we're working with them. Like we're working through a process, and we know we're going to lose more games than we win this year. We earmarked 10 wins in the season. I think it was over 20 games. So that was that was like success. So I just think, but you're not hearing me scream and shout about, oh, we were unlucky today or anything like that. Like we lose 1-0. We played Bexhill at home. They had one shot, 1-0. We had 95% possession. What am I going to go? Oh, we battered them today, but you know, maybe I did. I don't know. I have to look back. But like, you know, it's that normalizing. Like even like I said, I've done it. I've normalized, and I don't like that at all. So we need to. Look, I might again. This is my room 101. You lot might say.
No, I agree.
I'm interested on your points on it, lads. What do you think?
Look, sometimes the coaches need to look at themselves.
Yeah.
The players need to look at themselves. The whole foundations and what's around them need to look at themselves. You know, there has to be accountability. Okay, sometimes you don't get the rubber to green, but that's football, and that happens. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
It's funny if you've got teams that are losing every week. And then you've got other teams that are praising and going, you know, they really came today, gave it a go. It's like, no, something isn't right.
I think they do it for niceties as well on online. And
yeah, but you do it for niceties.
What you do it for public image? Like
yeah,
to make yourself look.
Yeah, but you do it for niceties, and you think that it might give that other manager that little boost. But then it's like, well, no, you've got to win games.
Do it in private. Spend 20 minutes after the game talking to them about what they're doing and how they're doing
wrong, what they can do to change it.
What you think.
Yeah.
Like, and they might still be doing that, but you don't need to like fucking what to like take the heat off them. No, like if you accept a job, the heat's on you. Oh, did Ben Smith come out? Not Ben Smith, sorry. I don't know. Oh man, what's that mean?
Sorry, what does that mean, mate? That's in code.
Me a 1-0 set.
It's like when we beat when we lost when I was last, we lost 1-0 to Sittingbourne, who scored 100+ goals. Yeah, should have got beat. On paper 6-7-0, right? Did Ryan Maxwell? Well, he didn't headbutt me, thankfully, but did Ryan Maxwell jump out and say, "Oh, fucking, you know, really done well, like drilled side"? Because he was that day, but he didn't, right? And I didn't expect him to. Like, do you know, like I don't expect people to like praise losing. I just don't. I think it's actually condescending. I think it's a little bit belittling of the person, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, let's get away from that. Unless anyone's got anything to say on that one.
So what have we got left on the list?
We got 3 more things.
Foggy.
It's gonna get a bit tasty in a bit, right? But we're gonna start with Mike's day out, right? Come on, what happened?
So I went yesterday with Aberdeen on the coach fucking hell. I got the train from Worthing up to Hayward Heath at like 6 in the morning to get up there for 7. The coach to leave at like 8 in the morning. Full coach, rowdy fans, loved it. They were really, really, really good. First thing I want to say is the club did something which I thought was really, really good.
Go on.
They all met up in the pub before, all the supporters. There was this one pub called like the Lion. Looks like they had the best turnover day of their life. Packed to the rafters. You know, it was a proper English pub.
Brilliant.
Lovely. Yeah. Kev Green and his team, not the players, but his coaching staff, come down for about an hour before, sat there, having a drink, chilling out with fans. No, on the soft ones. Do you know what I mean? I don't
he was on the piss.
But they interacted and had time. They were asking questions. All the people were coming up to. It gave a little proper vibe. I thought that was really classy.
Love that.
You know, the chairman was in there, Steve, his wife, everyone was in there together.
Brilliant.
We get to the game, right? And it's the Great Yarmouth lot. Fucking lovely people, proper working class people, you know. It was billed as their biggest game in 40 years. You know, the oldest stand in certainly the UK, maybe somewhere else before. Yeah, maybe even it is just about to, by the way. It is well over like 109, 110 years old or whatever it is. Mate. And then out of nowhere, you know, everyone's packing in. I think they had 675 there, like record crowd for like last few years or whatever. Heathrow 1-0 down in about 5-10 minutes. You know, fluke. I call a fluke cross goal. You know, keeper didn't do it, didn't deal with it, went in. Then Chalet, I think he equalised just before half time. And I'll tell you what, out of nowhere, it was like they turned off the lights.
Really? Was it that bad before?
It went within 5-10 minutes. This fog just come across the whole stadium. You could literally see, I reckon, about 10-15 meters in front of you. It was incredible. And then the ref goes, "We'll give it 10 minutes." Do you know what I mean? There was no chance that was coming on because that stadium is like basically about 50, 100 yards away from the sea, from the beach in there.
Right.
I felt really sorry for the people who attended.
So what's the crack then? What's the deal? When are they going back? When did they have
next weekend, isn't it? Next Saturday.
You going, Mike?
I want to, but I tell you what, those Heath boys can drink.
Can they?
Do you know what I mean? They
play away, do they?
Yeah, and thanks to one of the committee members for dropping me off from the club to the station and packing me off there last night because as soon as I got on the train back to Worthing, I luckily woke up at Lancing because I was gone. I'm on the couch that morning. The wife's there, she's looking at me like that. But it was a classic day. It really was. The fans loved it. I truly think Hayward Heath would have done them 3-4-1 after that. Yeah.
So hopefully they can go back and do the job.
They were definitely all over them. So yeah, great thing. And unfortunately, with Crawley Down Gatwick going out, they are still in the hat, which is in tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, but good luck to them next week. But classy from the management staff having a drink.
I saw Kev's little speech on the coach class.
Oh yeah. By that time, everyone's at about 15 pints down. Do you know what I mean? But he comes.
I'm telling you, I'll be dead.
What?
I'd be in bed by 10 with Lee Penn. By 15 pints.
So just before we go back to your list, Phil.
Yeah.
Just so I was Horsham YM against Forest Row yesterday, but it was also the first video for the Why Always Them. And I've got to say, and if anyone's watched it, let me know what you thought. But it was really good to see pre-match, half-time in the changing rooms, and then
where is this? It's online already.
On my channel, yeah, on my YouTube channel.
Okay, I'll watch after this.
If you go on Twitter, it's on there as well, so you can just click on it and get straight to it. But it was really good to hear what they're like pre-match and half-time, and it just gives you an insight to what Horsham are like as a club. But also, I did my little voiceover acting skills yesterday. Don't recommend.
You ain't got a face for it.
I got a face for it, mate, but the voiceover was right. It was basically along. I went along the lines of Horsham YM. Are they the bad boys of the league, and why is it every team wants to beat them?
Of course, they're the bad boys of the league.
So I'm hoping with these videos I'm doing, you're going to start to see a bit more of what the coaching side are like and the team, and then everyone can make their own mind up from there.
I like that, and that's on your Football League Adventures channel, and you're going to get that the link.
Yeah, first one's out. It's linked twice on my Twitter as well, so just literally go on my Twitter and it's there. Click it; it takes you straight to it. It's not X, it's Twitter. I can't call it X, it's Twitter.
Right, Bill, on that list, this is where it's getting juicy now.
The gloves are on.
Go on.
How many have we got in here so far?
About 1,100.
1,100, right? So,
Live.
I just want to say this first and foremost, right? This is all alleged.
Okay.
Right,
where's this going?
I was not there, all right? I was not there. But we want to talk about this. Infinity.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Sparring match in the boardroom. A little bit tasty. So, Infinity lost yesterday, I believe, 3-1, correct?
To Mile Oak.
Mile Oak, which, I'll be honest, Stu, you bet is still miles off. So, we ain't going to talk about Shoreham because people think we're obsessed. But you bet still off, boy. Love you a lot, Stu, but it's not going to happen. I hope you can stay up, and I think you can stay up. And I want to say that every week, but I don't think playoffs is going to be in reach for.
He's in the room.
Is he there? Is he there?
He's in there. The Slayners is in there.
Right. So,
Bill, what have you heard?
Yeah.
I heard, and Lee, you can jump in because you know a little bit as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
What, 6 points in what? In staying up?
Is it staying up or playoffs?
Look, Stu, you're close enough to have a go and get out of it. So have a go and get out of it. And then sure, I'm being the Prem next year, and it is what it is. Right. So,
what have you heard, Bill?
I've heard things aren't all rosy in Camp Infinity. It's not Affinity to and beyond over there at the moment, right? Buzz and Woody are not getting on. I'm telling you that,
really?
Right? So, after the game, and Lee, you can correct me, all right? Because I know you know a little bit more. That you're pretending you don't, but you know a little bit more because you don't want to get sued like me. It got a little bit heated between the manager and the chairman.
Yeah, I heard this as well.
Right, bit heated.
And I've had Sean. I've done a day out diaries with Sean as well, and he's a brilliant bloke. Brilliant bloke.
Okay, and doing well, sitting third in the league, I believe. Third, yeah. It's not all going well. And I remember actually, I went to Infinity last year. No, we won there. I'm not going to brag about that, but we won. And I remember that the manager in charge at the time said there was a little bit of he didn't have a good relationship with the. Oh, here we go. I'm not going to say who, but I'm not going to ruin my sauce. But a good friend just Just
spill the beans, Bill.
Sorry, we're on a podcast. Back in the room, right? So things aren't all well and good. It's not happened. Something's been said about a goalkeeper kit. I might be wrong. I don't know if that was about a goalkeeper kit, right?
I heard that as well.
Think about there's no goalkeeper kit.
Right, yeah.
Something.
Well, someone's been obviously watching my workout videos, like, you know, at the boxing gym, right? I heard a punch was thrown. Now, again, this could all be hearsay, right? This could be, you know, it is in the Sussex circles of football. Things get blown out of proportion, right?
Big time.
I heard
allegedly
there was a bit of a fracas between the manager and the chairman. Now,
I believe I can't 100% say, but I think it was the chairman.
Right. Okay.
I heard one of them had each one up against the wall or so.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, not all well in the camp affinity. Now, hopefully, they've learnt from the heat of the emotion of it and kissed and made up today, and we all move forward. However, how does that leave the relationship with chairman, manager going forward? If this allegedly has happened, now the way I look at it is when it crosses that line, there's no coming back. There isn't no coming back. You don't grab like chairman don't punch managers, managers don't punch chairman.
Don't get physical.
Some managers might headbutt people in step 3, but out like it shouldn't happen, right? It should not happen, and
I'll send a message.
It's not right. If that actually has happened, right? It's not right.
Someone who was there outside the change room yesterday said that allegedly.
Yeah. Say that word.
They're starting to look like a park team. There's no goalkeeper shirt. Yeah. Players owed a bit of money.
Oh wow, okay. And that's why it's all kicked off about that.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind, none of us were there.
No.
But it was. There's multiple witnesses. You have to trawl through the comments. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, my thing is this: if that has happened, it's not on. Like, no matter how bad or good, you don't raise your fist to anyone. Well, you better. If I was you, I'll lend you my head guard. All right.
Get your gloves on, mate. Get your protective gear going.
I'll lend you my head guard. What was that cryptic tweet? The 1-0 thing earlier, by the way. Like,
I don't know. Just, if you don't know, City.
City, come on. When we were talking about
about teams losing, it's like that.
When we're talking about teams losing, I'd like to know. But look, if that has happened, it's not on. Like, we're not thugs. This is football. Right? You know, as soon as that 90 minutes is done, you should be able to go and have a beer afterwards, win, lose, or draw. Don't tweet nice things about people losing, but still tweet about nice things about when you win. But like, it should be done on the pitch, and you move on. And
I'm getting messages galore.
Are you about that?
Yeah,
you can read them. Read them out, mate, if you can.
Is it that bad? Look, my thing is, Mike, it shouldn't happen. Like I don't care who you are or who you think you are. If you were on to raise your fist to someone over fucking 3 points at step 5 football or step 6 football, get a life. Like, get a life, all right? Find something.
I think from the message I've got here is from a club that went down there recently, opposing team.
Yeah.
Right. I found a bit of a breakdown in communication and support, massive support from the committee down to the management. Okay, as if to say they're a bit like on their own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it worth? Is it worth?
That's a very reliable. They are doing very well, and that's a very reliable source. That is.
But that being said, Mike, last 5 games they've lost 1, 2, 3. They lost 4 in the last 5.
Yeah. After beating Billingshurst, lost to Ringmer, lost to Selsey, lost to East Preston.
Yeah.
Just beat Loxwood, revitalised, and then obviously beat, that's it's not what you need.
Maybe it is getting a little bit touchy down there, but it's too far for me to travel, and I don't want to get punched. So let's move on. Let's move on.
Not a project for Billy Wood.
No, not at all. Right, Hastings versus Croydon yesterday. Like,
So what
Someone
happened?
said earlier when I was putting my list together, oh, but you won't mention Hastings because you lost yesterday. And I was like, no, it's an open forum, but we'll talk about it. First half, I thought you were excellent. Really excellent. I was quite surprised because Croydon have 16 players that played yesterday. 13 came through as pros, right, in the football. One of them is like Chelsea under 21s captain, players that play for Palace. They're a good side. And Danny Kedwell is a good manager. I've got a lot of time for Keds, and I think they're going to do really, really well this year. Pitch is awful. Great owners, obviously Stormzy. A name drop, obviously I know Stormzy well, and Will Saha. We own Croydon, and but the ground is a shithole. It really is. It's in a crap. Like,
how much have they got into it? Like, are they hands on behind the scenes?
Will brought his guy, and he was kit man. He was kit man. At what do you call it?
Palace.
At Palace, yeah. Oh my god, his name's gone out my head, but he's like director of football there now, and like they're hands on, but not hands. Like, they trust in the process with the people they got. Okay. Obviously, Stormzy brought the Adidas deal to them, so like, obviously he's rep by Adidas, and so that they do all the kit there. And look, there's good things. I was speaking to the half of it, Gilesy. Half of it is still atrocious, and there's still dumped rubbish everywhere. It's fly tipping central around Croydon Athletic. You drive in as fly tipping there, fly tipping there. Some caravans in the corner saying "Do not pass." Like it is what it is. And I'm from Croydon, so that's where I actually was born, right? So I know the area well. Yeah, some of it is Danny Young. Danny Young's the guy kind of running things there. But speaking to like the old committee members who were there beforehand, who are still part of it and what have you, they're awaiting something to do with the council, whether it's like buying the ground or so they can then invest in the ground, the league, whatever it is. But they're awaiting movement from the council so they can invest, because it's with them two as owners, it should be flying really. And yeah, there is only one team in Croydon, and it's the ones that wear blue and navy, at the Croydon Arena. There we go. There you go, Gilesy. But look, with those as owners, like the crowds aren't that very big. Like, Hastings took a good amount there. They're flying at the top of the league. You expect them to be packed down there, but it's a hard ground to get to. It really is. It's a really dodgy ground to get to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it really is. It's hard, but I think, what else I can say? First half, I thought we looked really good. I think second half, I think they came out all guns blazing, made a couple of changes, looked a little bit more aggressive than us, probably. Made it 1-1. I just think they had the momentum on their side, and I think it was one of those, the pendulum swung. Like no one of those. At half time, I'm sitting there thinking, we're all right here. Like, we're going to be all right. We're going to win today. And the pendulum just completely swung, and we just couldn't grasp the game. And fair play, because Croydon are a great side, and they're up there challenging, and they're going to be. And Dave's not silly. Dave's in charge here at Hastings, and he's got a job on his hands still. We're nowhere near where we need to, like, as finished product where we want to be going in the future. But he's doing a great job, and there's going to be players going out.
Get time, Bill.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Like, there's no. He's doing well. Like, there's things there's things that like we talk about all the time, like how we like what we want to bring in, like. But you got to trust your manager, right? Like, we talk about, we had Rich on earlier talking about Liam and giving him the thing. Like, it's Dave's team. It ain't my, like, I'm there just to help and advise, right? I'm not there to tell him what to do. He's the gaffer, and I like it like that. And I was actually asked by the Croydon lot, like, do I miss being in the dugout rather than back in the doing what I'm doing? And I was like, no, I'm really enjoying it. Like, really enjoying it. And still get that fixed on Sunday.
Don't you get the urge to try and get your 2 cents in, though?
Yeah, but we do it in the right way. Like, I've got a great relationship with the staff, and we talk, like, and there's things that I'll be adamant. Like, I think you've got to do it, like, whether it's player recruitment or whatever. Like, you use your relationships to the best of the ability of the football club, right? It only goes wrong when members of the collective aren't pulling in the right direction, even if you don't agree, as long as you're all pulling in the right direction, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Because it's too easy to go, well, manager's made a shit decision or whatever, it's on them. No, we're a team. So when we lose, we all lose. When we win, we all win.
T-boy.
Yeah. I've been doing it since October and the club still haven't announced it. But I'm head of football at the moment there. But I think my thing is with regards to that, like you can't put look, there's going to be things that you go, oh, I wish we did this, but hindsight's great, right? Hindsight's a good thing, and we talk after games. It's like, oh, maybe we could have done this differently, or oh, we did that excellently, or like that's just the way it should be. And I think when you start kind of trying to do something here, and someone's trying to do something there, and that's when it don't go well, right? And I've been fortunate with the managers at Hastings. Like I had Aggie there, and obviously we had Aggie on a few weeks ago, and you could tell the relationship we had.
Yeah.
Gary Elphick, I had a tremendous relationship with, and I didn't mind him blaming me at times to players. That was my role. I was the dickhead CEO, right? So
did you go and get players back then, though, Bill? Did you
Gary? Me and Gary talked every single day about players, like all the time, or but.
Did you ever get players he didn't want?
No. It's always it's got to be the manager's decision. What's the point giving a manager a player you don't want?
A lot of clubs don't realise that.
Like we had, for example, fortunate, great relationships with pro clubs, right? We're really within Hastings, or even myself, great relationships with a lot of pro clubs. And Hastings is a big enough club that you can go to a Gillingham, you can go to a Brighton, a Crawley, you can go to any of those sort of clubs, right? Charlton, what have you, and go and nick players out of Wimbledon, Bromley now, now Bromley obviously have a league club that are flying.
Yeah, they are.
And like Giles has got a great relationship with Bromley, and I think when you get those relationships, obviously you're going to get. I might get the call over the manager, or the manager might get the call. Like it depends on the relationship, but it's how you feed that in, isn't it? It's how you work. You wouldn't go.
Do you deal with agents?
I have both players that have had agents within my club, and agents trying to sell players. Yeah. What's the fucking point?
At this level, how do you find that?
Yeah, I was going to say, at this level
depends on the age of the player. If it's a young player looking to push up the leagues, then sometimes, we did a deal with Mondo with Ben Ward going to Burnley. They were part of that, and they helped us actually. They helped us get something out of that deal, and we were vulnerable enough to not get nothing if they come down to it. David Radari had an agent when we went to Crawley, but to be honest, I negotiate, and I helped Dav negotiate his deal as well as our deal, right, for that one. So I wanted to make sure our player had got the best deal he possibly could. I got him like a 4-year deal or something ridiculous like that. It all depends, Mike. You know, 5%, 10% of a player earning 400 quid a week, or 100 quid a week, it's peanuts, but they do it because it's so competitive, the market, right, that they hope they're going to get a non-league gem, that they're going to get the next Jamie Vardy. And if they get the next Jamie Vardy, then they might be laughing. But a lot of these little agencies don't realise is your CAA bases and all these big agencies will just at some point wipe you away anyway, or you'll become an agent there. That's what happened. It's like the same as a music game. Like when I found N-Dubs, and I lost N-Dubs when they sold 1.5 million albums. I lost them. Then I got Tiny Temper, and I was a bit more protected, and I took Tiny Temper to I went to the biggest Hollywood agency in the world, right? Because I had currency, right? Gone, and the next one would have gone, and the next one would have gone. So it's just about kind of finding your currency and what you're doing, I think. And I think with regards to agents, some are pricks. I dealt with an absolute prick on one player, and it ended up going to an FA tribunal because he was a prick.
Why was he a prick?
What?
Why was he a prick?
Why was he a prick? Because he didn't respect the fact the club put their time, effort, pay that player every single week, pay them on contract, tried to do their absolute best by him, and didn't respect what we did, and try to wrangle it so that player could get out of the club for nothing, and that ain't happening. Like, you get Compo, right?
Yeah.
If they're under 24, and we were well in our right stars for Compo, and the club that asked, funny enough, ended up winning the National League the following that season he joined. So, like, coming to us with a begging bowl saying they couldn't afford a penny, bollocks, and we weren't going to get our pants pulled down, right? And it just weren't going to happen. And I just didn't like the way that person was. But I think, just respect people, whatever level. I think some people just think people don't know what they're talking about. They take the piss, and I don't think that's the way you should do it. Treat everyone, when you're having negotiations with people, treat them like in this way, like treat people with a bit of respect. Like Mondo, like I don't know how well, I haven't spoke to Mondo Sports in many years, right? But when we did the deals with players that they had, it was like we just kept a real open dialogue, right? And I think that's all, especially with these young players from non-league. Like, do you really think clubs want to hold on to these players and not let them progress? Because anyone who does, they're an idiot themselves, right?
Yeah, agreed.
If you've got, say you're a step 6 club and a step 4 club coming for your player because he scored 25 goals or whatever, and you hold on because he's on contract, you're not going to let him go because he's been naive enough to sign a contract to a step 6 club or whatever, then you're as bad as the ecosystem. Like you should get the bad karma, in my opinion. Like, you've got to let players breathe, right? Yeah. And then when you do that, you end up getting the right deal anyway. It's like Jack Bates going to Derby from us. Derby were in like an administration club. They couldn't afford shit at the time. They really wanted him there. We done it for the best interest of the lad, not because it weighed our pockets. And that's when you get, like, obviously Jack's now playing national, like he's back down playing National League, but he goes out and does that, and that's why you get sent a shirt from the lad saying thank you for everything you've done, because you've done it the right way, rather than like it being clouded by dickhead agents. Do I think they're needed at this level? Only for those really young players trying to navigate the move.
What would be your target age then?
What, for a player? I think at this level, step 4 that I'm in now, even you're probably talking 16-year-olds to 21-year-olds, right? And then if you've got like a shit hot player that's breaking through at 22, 23, 24, they might nick an agent. Of course they might, right? But at the same time, it's probably unlikely. And that's why you probably don't see many players 24, 25, 26, 27 get put on contracts, right? Because the time's kind of gone at a certain level. If you're at National League and you're pro and whatever, it happens, and you can move players about. But I think some like chairman and CEOs have their favourite agents who they probably do little side deals. Yeah, I hear it all the time, little side deals, little cut-ins and stuff. And that's the part of the game I think it sickens me. But, you know, each to their own. Some people still dinosaurs and think a brown envelope is king, right? Like how they like to rip off where they are in their position at their club. But just things like that I'm just not having. But that's my opinion on agents, which I don't know. I don't know what anyone thinks of that. It'd be great to get your thing.
I mean, I've you know, in that way, I haven't come across it enough though. But what other things stuck out this weekend then, lads?
Go on.
Anything you've heard?
Anything else? Don't know, like nothing.
Worthing awesome.
That
was 4,000 people, right?
Yeah, and you know, obviously, we were Tuesday down at that the game, weren't we? Three Bridges.
What a game that was! Three Bridges.
Awesome.
Wow,
Bridges, some team, mate. They are really some team down there.
Yeah. They're probably going to go on and win the league this year, I think. The looks of things.
Correct. I said in a tweet that Three Bridges, Jamie's built some team there for this season, and yeah, they'll be going up this season. Three Bridges, and hopefully they get to they get to the final of the cup as well. Yeah, the Amex be really, really good. So we had the groundsman, didn't we?
Yeah, Keith the groundsman. What a lovely lad he is. in there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's something. Awesome were
We-
missing. But Awesome were missing a few.
Did they leave players out? All right, okay. So quickly, this is the difference sometimes what a club do well and a club doing bad, right?
Go on.
Different day of the week, Saturday and Tuesday, you always expect a lower crowd, right?
Yep.
4,000 Worthing versus Horsham. I went to Borough versus Horsham on a Tuesday night where we talked about it, where it was like one's a part-time team, one's full-time.
Yeah.
Truth of the matter is the other was better than it. Like the part-time team looked like they train and the other team looked like they train on a 3G, third of a pitch once a week, right? They only had 700 there and they just had 4,000. That's a massive difference, isn't it?
Huge
Same
difference.
league.
And I fully expected Worthing to win yesterday as well. I did.
Oh, 100%.
Because I spoke to Dom on Tuesday night, and he's got a massive injury crisis. He has. He's got like 8, 9 players out.
8 missing Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Really?
And Worthing have been flying. All right, they've had a little dip.
They're having a little bit of a wobble at the moment.
Yeah.
They're dropping points.
Mm. They'll be all right though. They'll be all right. Like, if they don't win it, they'll be at least in the playoffs. Like, they'll be fine. We won't talk about the thing that got mentioned in our chat about the East Sussex referee. We're not going to talk about that.
No.
Oh yes.
Now everyone's going to be going. Boy,
no, anyone in East Sussex would have had it in their group chat today anyway. So we won't digress. And the reason why we won't digress is because there's other people that could get hurt by that situation.
Yeah. So it's a personal one, that one, isn't it? It is a scandal.
It was funny when we heard that. Oh my days!
Bloody hell, it's like again, poor on the lady, but we move on.
Yeah.
So
I just got to address this one. Yeah.
Go on, Mike. Your boys Worthing. What happened then?
Yeah, they got hammered again. It was about another 8-0 or something, wasn't it? They got hammered.
Worthing Town got hammered. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, not. Yeah, Worthing Town.
The ones that pound the old
8-0, wasn't it?
By Rustington, 8-0.
Yeah, I mean they've had some results lately, but I don't want to go too hard on them. But I just think they've got the wrong structure there at the moment, and I think they need to look behind the scenes as well. Like, so it's since they played. Since middle of November, they've lost 8-1, 4-1, 8-1, 11-0, drew 3-0, lost 7-0, lost 8-0.
Have they question? They can't go up though, can they? They're stuck on that 3G. Like,
yeah, but they can't go down. that was more the problem. You and me get a game at the moment, Bill.
Yeah, I know. I fancy it.
Even Penn play left back or something like that.
Yeah,
in the change rooms.
There's beautiful facilities, mate. Beautiful.
It is. I know. I went there with Upfield 23s on a Friday night, right?
Yeah, that's when they play.
I went there on a Friday night with the 23s in the cup game, and Luke Carter, who was on my staff at Upfield at the time, he was doing the 23s and he couldn't do the game, right? And I went there and we took a bare bones 23s. Steph, actually, funny enough, who keeps piping up on here, was in goal for us. Yeah. He had a big ACL injury, so he spent last year kind of recovering. He was goalkeeping coach at Hastings United men's, and he was just playing for us on 23s just to tick himself over, right? Just to kind of get back in the groove. No, I'm not. I'm saying the story, Steph, right? So we've gone bare bones. There's like 4 or 5 lads I've never seen in my life, right? In the change room, it's one of those ones, yeah. No staff, very unorganised, and I'm not thinking, fucking hell, like this is really, really not my cup of tea. We've gone there and had a go, and we went 1-0 up. I think we went 1-0 up. Ended up 2-2. We went to penalties.
No,
and pens, right? And we've gone sudden death. They've missed. We score, we win. Geezer, the most cultured left foot I think I've ever seen in the game. He was I've never seen him play before. He was unreal in the game. He fucking slaps one over the bar. Then they score. It's like the 7th pen. They score. Then Steph picks up the ball. One of our players is walking forward. Steph's like, "No, I'm having it." He puts the ball down. He has the shortest run up I've ever seen in my life. He like looks away from it, turns around, runs at the ball, hits it, it's the post. He hit the post, right? I've lost on penalty shootout in the cup. I'm on the floor laughing. It was that funny. I didn't care. I thought it was so funny. Like they must have thought, who is this clown who's turned up? Like he's turned up with a bag of balls, cones. He's saying he couldn't give a fuck about tonight because he's got a big game tomorrow. I think I had Seafood the next day, right? It was one of those. Did you? But yeah, it was brilliant. It was and I think the facility was brilliant. I think the facility is brilliant there, but it's limited, isn't it? It's like they just can't go anywhere from it. So, which is an absolute shame. But yeah, tonight's been good. Like I hope people don't, with my pet hates with regards to praising losing and silencing fans. It's not me digging people out individually, right? Well, there you go. It might be 9-0 if you got work in a couple of weeks. But I don't know. I just kind of, I don't like the silence of the fans. I never will, and I think they should say what they want. But yeah, with losing, I just don't know. I think losing can become a poisonous habit. So if you're making excuses for it, even if you like no, when clubs get relegated, and they go, oh, we'll see how we get relegated and we'll go next year. The problem with the East Grinstead situation is, even if Andy and Grant stay there and they're putting money in still, it might not work out. It might be the club might feel so battered, they might continue down this path. Like look at Lancing. Do you know what I mean? You know, look at Salting. You know, even with Loz in there, right? Sometimes losing becomes such a habit. It's really, really tough to get out of it. So stop praising it. Stop making excuses, and try and turn the losing habit into a winning habit. Like do everything you can. Then when you win, gloat all you want. Fucking post the fucking highlights. You know, whatever. But like I say, we have to on here as a collective, because we're obviously involved in the club. When my club loses, we have to talk about it as well. And
if you give it, you got to take it.
Just from when Billy said about silencing fans, that sort of thing, sort of leads into a good thing, because we've spoke last week, didn't we, Mike, about bringing something new into the pod.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have we have a dial-in moment. We're gonna have a direct number. So, we
get hammered.
So if people wanna, rather than just commenting, they want to come in, we can hook it up.
Talk sport.
If they want to leave a voice note or something like that.
What we can do is every bar result, we can do the whole has anyone seen that? Yeah.
So we're gonna do that from next week. We're gonna have people.
We're gonna have a live.
Yeah.
We're gonna get studio ones. We're gonna get people going up and going.
We can.
I don't want no women sending any photos or anything like that to this line or anything like that.
You're not.
Well.
That's the after dark.
You're not. Can I give my number then?
Yeah. I saw your number in a Brighton phone box once, actually.
Did you? Did you call it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I wondered how I knew you.
So, gentlemen,
do that. There's going to be a live one. So even
Yeah.
if you want to just WhatsApp in or call in. If you want to call in, you've got something to say. Obviously, you've got to be able to respect the fact.
Be respectful. Nothing silly.
No.
If you can always challenge us. Challenge us though. Challenge our opinions.
We want people challenging.
Yeah.
You know, if
that's
you think,
what this
pricks they are. You know,
that's what this pod is all about. It's not about, you know, we're going to talk about everything. You know, we got our bits that we talk about. We've got our opinions.
Yeah.
We've got our comments that come in, and we read the comments out. But again, it's just to make it more of a fan pod.
Yeah,
and
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know, the pod's doing well. I mean, we're getting spotted by people at games of how much they enjoy on a Sunday.
Brilliant.
Sitting down, watching the pod.
They don't want to be on Billy's list, though. They don't
want to be on Billy's list.
Don't worry, I'll put myself on it next week.
They don't want to be on it.
But it's just, people like to sit down on a Sunday night and they know when it hits 9:59, sorry, and it hits 1:59 on here for me, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. So question.
Yeah.
Might be on the list, mate. Be careful. That list is going to need new subjects next week, and I don't mind revisiting stuff if I need to. Right. But what numbers coming in? What have we done today? How many people have decided to listen to my shit, your shit, and fucking Lee's shit? Go on.
Right, we are currently on 1,480 people watching.
Right, I'm not leaving till we hit 1,500. I'm not having it. Right, so
1,500. That is
more people, please.
Biggest.
Because I'm not having it. Right, because I'll drop another exclusive if we get 1,500 next minute. Like I'll drop something big.
Right,
I will go in at someone.
We need 8 more. 8 more.
Comment a name. Someone put something for me to talk about. Us at the comment quickly. Last 4 minutes. I'll go on. Give me counsel.
Who is the worst player you ever signed?
The worst.
The worst. Oh, God. I need 3 more people in it.
3.
The worst player.
New record.
Right. Got a bit of time to think about it.
That Billy's stuck some money on the table for.
Oh, the worst player I've ever
2
signed.
more people.
The worst. Let's think about this. Right, men's and women's. I'm gonna give one for both.
Oh,
the worst men's player we've ever I think we've ever signed at Hastings. Right. Oh no, I can't say that's not fair. The worst because he was actually quite a lovely lad, but he was a bit different. And he smashed up the change room away from home once. Cost us a load of money, was Andrew Cisse. So that's why he's the worst. Not the worst actual player, but he's smashed up sitting in the change room. And yeah, after getting
real Mike.
1501.
There we go. There we go. So,
just
women, I can't comment because I'll get in trouble and have a go at me. Yeah, we won't talk about that. But look, next week on the pod, if someone wants to jump in my DMs with anything they want me to talk about or anything controversial, do it. But yeah, like let's have a good week. Be positive where you can, people.
Yeah.
And like thank you, Lee. Do you want, thank you, Mike and Lee. Lead us out like you always do.
Yeah. As always, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me again this week for another episode. And thank you to all 1,501 of you watching the pod and helping it grow. 1,508 of you, week after week, it's just growing and growing. And it ain't going to be long till we hit that 2,000 mark.
No.
So
as long as you keep the show fresh,
exactly.
Keep the ideas coming in, talk about the topics that are happening now.
Our DMs are open. Drop us something you want to hear or anything like that. Tell us, we're here. But on my phone, it's 9:59. So Mike, I'm out. Cut me off.
Go to bed. Get rid of him.
He's
right,
gone.
Carry on.
Right.
More fun, that, isn't it?
Right. Just quickly before we go, how's this boxing career of yours going?
It's going down the pan, mate. I missed Saturday.
Not already.
No, I'm going for a private session on Tuesday because I didn't. Unfortunately, I had to take the kit man to Croydon, and we had to leave at a certain time to get there on time. And if I went boxing, I wouldn't have had. So I went for a fry up instead. Yeah, but don't worry. I'm honest, at least, right? But going in Tuesday, maybe Wednesday and Saturday. I'm going to do 3 times this week just to kind of make sure I'm back on it. But no, it's going all right. It's going all right. They're meant to be going on a jolly with them on the 7th with the lads to Germany. So,
what part of Germany? Munich?
No, our trainer's fighting out there. So I ain't got a clue. But we're meant to be flying out on the Saturday.
Well,
I'm going to have to get different flights or I'll miss my Sunday game. So. And then I'm meant to be going to LA the week after, so I'm going
to Vegas in about 10 days.
So
I'm going to be doing one of the shows from Vegas. I'm going to do it from the MGM.
I'm going to have to do one of the shows from LA, actually. I have to.
We're international now, Bill.
We are international. We're international. We're out there making things happen. But yeah, look, I want to. It's a disclaimer for everything we talk about.
Yeah.
We don't talk about these things to make people feel uncomfortable or put people under the bus. It's our opinion, rightly or wrongly. We love the interaction. We love the fact that people want to listen to us talk. We're not trying to be controversial.
No.
We're not trying. We speak how it is, and look, if people don't like it, it is what it is. I say to Mike all the time, is it too much? But what should we do? Should we start being inauthentic and not being us, just to maybe put ourselves in a frame for jobs later on down the line, or do we just carry on doing what we're doing? I think if anyone's got any feedback on the show, please give it to us, because we're always trying to make it better. I am panicking about this phone line, because I'm sure some dickheads are going to call up and give us shit.
If you're panicking, I'll make sure it's done for next week.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
So
but at the same time,
anyone from Bill's past want to get in contact? I've got a black eye coming as well. I walked into a thing earlier, I'll tell you. Anyhow,
that was your missus punching when you got in last night.
Yeah, probably, mate. I'll tell you. But yeah, brilliant numbers.
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
Wrap it up. And yeah, because
Lee's in bed now. Idy's got his slippers on. He's got in bed a lot, and
yeah, he's got his teddy. He's got his he's got his little cup of cocoa. Bless him.
Yeah.
Probably watching something like Last of the Summer Wine. You know what I mean?
I think he's watching Grand Designs. I've got a feeling he's a Grand Design sort of man. What do you reckon?
Maybe, mate.
Or Songs of Praise.
Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, that's more him, I think.
Yeah, that's him.
I reckon the cutlery at his mum's house is like Antiques Roadshow style. Do you know what I mean? Like the little kind of, I reckon the saucers, the lot. Got a feeling.
Mummy's stuck.
Yeah, Mummy's stucking him in.
We'll leave on that note, Dave.
Thanks, everyone.
Bill,
take care.
List. Anyone through the week, get the stuff in for Bill's.
The list will be coming out, and if you've made the list, you better tune in.
Wicked. And cheers to Rich from Lingfield FC. There, go and watch Project Lingfield on YouTube. Rich is a great guy. It's a club that's going places.
Yeah.
And we move on to next week. Adios, people.
See you later.
Enjoy Mondays.